In this presentation, I will demonstrate to you two different paths of two very different lives. And in it, you will see two lessons of that life has more to it than materialism and that socioeconomic situations do not dictate the outcome of your life. The first story is about a young, poor son of farmers born in the 1920s in Oklahoma. For now, we will refer to him as Oklahoma. The second is about a boy born in Brooklyn who was left alone by his mother at the age of 16. Brooklyn had to grow up fighting his way around the town, while Oklahoma was very ambitious and went to school and paid his way through and worked his way through just to make ends meet. Brooklyn, on the other hand, spent time at juvenile detention center for some criminal activity, and there he was discovered to be a great boxer. His career took off from there. Oklahoma got a small paying job in a department store and met the love of his life that year, and soon got married. Brooklyn soon rose to stardom and became an undisputed world champion of boxing in the 80s, leading in knockouts and consecutive victories. In 1945, Oklahoma loaned $20,000 from his father-in-law and used $5,000 of his own savings to buy a small department store. He used tactics of low-priced goods, keeping his store open longer than most other stores and buying goods in large quantities from the lowest-priced wholesalers. This created cheap savings for the customers. From this, he got a very popular store and many people liked the idea, and he began to franchise, which became very profitable. Back to Brooklyn. Due to his rise in stardom, he was featured in a video game by Nintendo known as Knockout. Back to Oklahoma. He soon made a decision to move the checkout counters to one location near the exit. Customers can now pay for all goods at one location at the same time. He also made sure that his stores were clean, well lit, and kept loyalty highs with his employee. His business was skyrocketing. His unconventional ideals helped him succeed. Now, this is where Brooklyn started to decline. He would spend his money on materialistic things and was known for being a partier and gambler. He soon divorced his wife, and from here his career began to take a dive. He lost one of his fights to a famous boxer. Everyone could now see that one of the greatest boxers was no longer on top. Furthermore, he was soon convicted for rape and served 3 years of a 5-year sentence in jail where he converted to Islam. After jail, he went on a world tour of boxing matches to try to pay off some debts. He soon declared bankruptcy, though. This famous fighter has referred to his life as a failure and waste, and while he has gone on to do small movie appearances, he has never quite gotten back on top. He is otherwise known as Mike Tyson. Lastly, Oklahoma, otherwise known as Sam Walton, founder of Walmart, grew his franchise to be one of the most successful in the world. His stores can be seen throughout many countries, and after his death, his family and partners took over his business. Now, in the book The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls, these two lessons are very apparent, and I had demonstrated them through different paths and lives. For one, we saw that where these two had started out their lives clearly did not dictate where they ended their lives. Oklahoma and Brooklyn, Mike Tyson and Sam Walton, were both very poor, and they started with almost nothing. When they both reached stardom, one chose a path of materialism, the other didn't. The one who chose materialism declined. We also prove here that socioeconomic situations do not dictate the outcome of your life. You could start off with no money and end up with a lot of money. You could start off with a lot of money and end with no money. These themes are clearly seen in The Glass Castle and are demonstrated to you here today.